Thanks to Mary Tanasi, we have this. This will be part 2 of Blue Origin Space Shot, all fake. Plays around 15 minutes. Stand by and have a listen.
Are we all astronauts because we taken domestic flights from New York to Florida before? Are we astronauts too? I mean, the expectation level has lowered extremely. And listen to the bizarre rant that Katy Perry gives about love. And love wins. And this is all about love and finding love. And you gotta love to give. And the landing, getting back down. And doing this whole process was about love, right? What? He didn't really close it again. Hold on, guys. Go see your babies.
Where are my babies?
They're over here. Go see them.
Where? I have to go
Right
there.
there.
Okay.
Katie!
Thank you.
That I speak for the collective because you have been so honest, you've been so vulnerable, and I spoke to your best friend prior to you taking off, and I asked her why it was so important for you to do this, and she said she said so she didn't have to hear you say, I wish I would have done that.
So true.
But now, Gail King, you are officially an astronaut. How do you feel? Katie.
Crier of the group.
No, you're not the crier of the group.
Ruler of the group.
No, you are not.
I'm crier.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
Before I let you get back to your family, I just have to ask you, describe for us, because you're so brilliant at putting, words together and describing moments that we can all appreciate later. How would you describe the moment when you took off and then the moment you landed?
The moment, it is the highest high, and it is surrender to the unknown, trust, and this whole journey is not just about going to space. It's the training, it's the team, it's the whole thing. I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the, different tools that I've learned in my life, from meditation to the Hoffman process. This is up there because what you're doing is you're like really finding the love for yourself, because you got to trust in yourself on this journey, and then you're feeling the love when you come down, for sure, and you're feeling that strength. So I feel really connected to that strong divine feminine right now.
There's a lot of things that you have done first. You are now officially an astronaut, and let me just tell you, on behalf of everyone here at Blue Origin, our webcast, and everyone, all of these individuals that put this incredible thing on, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your
It's a 10 out of 10. That's my review.
10 out of 10.
You
There
definitely
you go.
go for it. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Katie. Congratulations. All right, you guys, so many fun moments that we'll continue to see as we get the footage, but I'm going to send it back to you and let these incredible astronauts enjoy their time with their friends and family.
Well, of course, it's about love and the earth and these deceptions that they have planned for you in the future, right? Because remember, Katy Perry is one of these celebrities that's constantly pushing aliens and the alien deception on the followers of Katy Perry. And they all think, if you go into space, if you're flying up straight in the air, which these things don't even do, that they're all astronauts. And we could be astronauts too when they send us up to Devon Island and tell us that it's Mars, right? Probably make you take something underneath your tongue. So you got to sleep during the flight, right? Next thing you know, they tell you it's 6 months later, and you're up in Devon Island looking over at Greenland, right? But the expectation has dropped so much, apparently, that we don't even need our fake Freemasonic astronauts anymore to put on their ridiculous spacesuits along with their, ridiculous Freemasonic wardrobes and hats and rings that they all wear. We can now have female news anchors on Good Morning America or some of these types of shows going into space. And this is, of course, to convince people out there that, one, they could still go to space even though they never went in the first place. They have to make up for all that time where people are going, how come no space anymore? And they were like, well, we can't fake it anymore because people have caught on. People are telling us that space, they can't go up into the moon anymore. We can't show them fake footage. And if they do try to do it again, I cannot wait. I'm excited to see the Mars footage. It's going to be absolutely hilarious. But we've gone from like, you're an astronaut. Oh, Buzz Aldrin, these characters that they created, all these Freemasons telling us, they were trained and they've done all this for years. What did Katy Perry do? Come from the American Idol and just roll on down and shoot up into space like she's at Six Flags, like I said earlier, on some space shuttle? What's the ride at Six Flags or some of the amusement parks where they shoot you up on the Buccaneer ship? Is that what it was like for her? Right? Gayle King, probably in her 70s. No big deal, right? We're told like, these astronauts are so smart and they train to be an astronaut. Everyone has to train to be an astronaut, right? Hey, it's throwing people up there. Then they're like, well, we're astronauts now. You were up in the sky for 11 minutes. I mean, what does it make you if you fly across the country? Does it make you like a gold level astronaut because you're up in a plane? I mean, how much higher are they than anybody else who flies an airplane? Not much, because all one should need to do is look at the images of these takeoffs and say, yeah, that doesn't make sense, right? Because if we're told they're going up into space, why are all the pictures from SpaceX and Blue Origin? Why is it of these rockets, these so-called rockets that go up in the air and then just completely veer off to the side? None of them go straight up because they can't go straight up. But people out there actually defend this like we're attacking their entire lives because that's part of the training, right? Oh, I grew up and saw the moon landing. It was so integral in my life, and I wanted. Oh, okay. So they don't want to hear it because they don't want to believe it. These people have convinced themselves that they've convinced themselves that lies are true, but they've also literally defend the lie itself because they don't want to believe. Wow, these people have duped us. From the logo at NASA, the deceptions that we see with NASA. I mean, this should be easy to see. And I love how nobody asks questions about how it's always about NASA. It's like, NASA hasn't done anything in all these years because NASA's, what do they get, someone said $60 million a day in tax money. What does it go towards? Oh, well, you can't question that. There's employees that work there, right? All right, because it's part of the front for laundering money because nobody there's trying to go to space, right? Oh, but they're working on it. They're working. Now, all of a sudden, you have Amazon in space, you have Tesla in space, you have SpaceX, and you have Blue Origin. I mean, what's next? Walmart going up there next week? We going to bring back Caldor and Bradley's and Kmart? Are they going to send operations up to the moon? Apparently, all you got to do is have a little bit of money, and you can make rocket ships, and you can go up into space. But of course, these deceivers are obviously doing this strategically because they have something planned. And they need to convince you that aliens exist, that you can go up into space, that anybody can do it. Of course, they have plans for you when they deceive you into thinking you're space traveling. Like I said, going to Mars. Big deceptions are coming here in this technocracy that they've created. And of course, Katy Perry, as I've shown over the years, I can show you millions of pictures of Katy Perry doing the Illuminati, all-seeing eye, all the symbols, right? But don't forget that Katy Perry is integral in this entire facade that they have planned with telling people aliens exist and telling people to love on the aliens. And of course, deceiving people by not talking about how these are demons that they're bringing over. But then they do tell you it, right? Katy Perry with, right? Remember that video I did? Anyone out there? Probably not. It's available on the website, of course, long removed. Katy Perry portals. The portal's open, right? Katy Perry doing these concerts at the VMAs, etc., coming out of a portal with all these hands, making the Tower of Babel rebuilt. They have massive plans for deception around the alien deception. People don't even realize that they've been getting trained for this, that these spirits that they invoke, that they're going to deceive people into thinking are actually aliens, are really demonic beings. They say, no, if they tell you they're demonic beings, guess what? People are going to pick up the Bible and turn to God, and they can't have that. They can't have you reject the demonic being. They can't have you turn against the way that you're living your life now and actually turn to God when you realize that it's a spiritual war. So they need to deceive you into it. Of course, this goes back to how Aleister Crowley and his depiction of a gray alien in Lam. And this space travel stuff that they're doing right now, It has everything to do with that. They're trying to just use repetition with month after month space. Let's think about how many days in a row we see a SpaceX launch. It's like every day. It used to be like this big deal. Ooh, they're going to launch the NASA rocket ship. You know, I remember like in the 70s and 80s, they would play it in school. They'd roll in the old television set. They'd be like, we're going to show you the actual live takeoff of the space shuttle. Right now it's like, hey, it's Tuesday. Did you see? Oh, yeah, SpaceX went off yesterday and tomorrow and today and the next day, right? It's conditioning. It's making you think space travel isn't just real, that it's very simple, very easy to do. So eventually you're going to get trained into, oh man, you know, my cousin's going to go to Mars. Oh, we're going to select a few people to go over to Mars so they can get the Neuralink implanted in them up at Devon Island and become a new species of human, right? Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? I mean, the stuff that they put out, think about it. Think about how bad this propaganda is that people believe it. Like, they believe whatever they say. You talk to somebody about this and say it's fake, they're like, you're out of your mind. Oh, you're a conspiracy theory. You're not. And it's like, do you have eyes? Do you have boogers in your eyes? Oh, you don't? Then how can you not see how fake this is? It's the same thing with the events that happen at schools, right? The majority of them that we see, 2 minutes later, you got your hogs, your little actors running around on national news, reading the same script, no tears, no emotions. The parents are on the news. Oh, we want your guns. I mean, some of the guys that we saw, you know, with the Hook situation, right? Comical stuff. Comical. And they're like, people just go, oh, you're just trying to say that. You're trying to think you're smarter than ever. What? Use your eyes. It's so fake, the stuff they put on the news. This is at the top of the list. I mean, 6 women going into space, okay? Can anyone confirm that there's one woman in that so-called Blue Origin spaceship that looks like a penis? No, they can't. Especially Bezos' fiance. Yikes. Whoa. You know what I mean? No, they can't. But they believe even that part of the story. Then they're like, oh, and this is an incredible feat for women, empowering women. What did they do? They got in dentist chairs and they pretended to go up into the sky and 10 minutes later randomly land in the desert, right? I mean, didn't the newswoman from the clip even call it a production? Thanks everybody on the ground here for the production. Yeah, production, all right. That's what the news is, and that's exactly what this so-called space exploration was. And maybe the funniest part is the expectation level, right? Because you don't have to go anywhere anymore. Wasn't it like you're an astronaut if you go to the moon? Now what is it? Well, you're an astronaut if you get in one of these things and you fly up as high as an airplane can go, and then you parachute back down. You're now an astronaut, right? What's next, really? I mean, you really can't make this stuff up.
You know, it'd be interesting to see if YouTube takes these down because they're going against the narrative. Both of them will be up on BoobTube, and obviously it'll be up on Rumble. Blue Origin fake space shots, part 2. Pass it along, folks.